Hey everyone, it's Mike from the BM Show, and we have a special Miks and Mike-tics today. You're gonna have to be quick on this one because the game that we're covering is right here. Boom, Bravely Default. I want to blow through that title screen because I do not want to spoil the little spoiler, I guess, that happens after you get the first ending in this game. So what we're going to be talking about today is the same thing I discussed in Bravely Default 2, Miks and Mike-tics a while back, which is going to be job leveling, which is always a pain in the butt in this game. And I'm going to show you a spot where you can job level starting on Chapter 5, which seems to be a very good place to job level because that's when you can start really beefing up your character classes and doing some good damage. Now, one drawback to this is it seems unlike Bravely Default 2, in this one the freelance job doesn't get really stronger with every job class that you master. So the good news here, well, first off, the bad news is unlike Bravely Default 2, where I showed you how to job level in 20 minutes, to job level and doing it this way, you're probably looking at about an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes per job. But since the freelance job doesn't really depend on others being mastered, then you can kind of pick what you actually want to master in this game and not have to do everything. So if you know other than that, definitely leave a comment and tell me how it does change because I'm curious, but it doesn't seem to really do anything. So I'm going to show you how to job level in Chapter 5 quickly. And it all starts here. But there's a couple things that you want to do first. So there's a few things you want to get, a few classes that you do want to level up to a specific point. Two of them I say are darn well mandatory, whereas one is highly recommended. I mean highly, highly recommended. So let's get the one that's highly recommended out of the way, and that's going to be on the freelancer job. There is a ability right here called JP Up, which means that you earn basically 20% more job points per battle. So now it is a slog to get to it because of the fact that it is a level 10 ability. So you do have to hit that high level where you have to get 3,500 points to level up from 9 to 10 to get that ability. But I do recommend it. And this could be one of the first jobs you start using when you do this ability to get that boost. The other ones that I don't want to say I recommend getting, but I say are pretty much required, are going to be on the knight. The first one you want to get is two-handed, which is going to be really easy to get because that's a level 2 one. And basically, that's going to take out the ability to use a shield, but you're going to double hand your weapons. And as you can see, you're going to be doing more damage. That's very important. The other one I recommend highly, 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 you should get this, making this mandatory, is Sword Lore, which is going to be level 9, which is good because it's right before the big boost. And this will make your character automatically an S-class in swords, no matter what job you use. And that's going to be super important with what we're going to do, and I'm going to show you why. So, in order to job level, we want to start in this area. And the reason why, and right now, I'm going to show you with my mouse. If you look at the bottom map, you can see the mouse. This is where we are because there's something that we want to buy in the city. And I'm going to go into the city to show you what to get. So you want to go to the weapon store. And there you're going to want to buy 4 flame tongues. The reason why are flame tongues will do fire damage. And fire damage is going to be essential for this. there's 2 elements you're going to want. If you don't have fire, you can also use holy. Or maybe I should say that the other way around. If you don't have holy, you're going to want fire. And just to let you know, you can do this with magic as well too, and that might be a good place to start, but eventually you're going to want to switch to the fire weapons. So if you have a holy weapon like you have Excalibur, you can use that. If you have the Holy Lance, you can use that. Actually, what you can do is, if you wanted to for one person, you could level up their Valkyrie to level 3, which doesn't take long, which will get you Spirit Lore, which will raise your spirits to an S class, and you can use a Holy Lance. The Holy Lance is going to be a little less effective in this, but it may save you some money, and it may save you some time leveling up the knight. It's up to you. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go to each person's abilities, and you're going to want to set Two-Handed as one, and you're going to want to set Sword Lore as one. If you have the Holy Lance, you can use Spear Lore on somebody, which, as you can see, I did. Then after that, you're going to want to equip your characters. And you're going to want to either equip the Excalibur, as you can see I have on this character, or you want to equip all of those Flame Tongues or the Holy Lance. Once you have that all done, we are ready to job level. Now I'm going to show you where we're going to go to job level. So let's get in our big arc here, and we're off. And what we're going to do is we're going to head south. And we're going to keep going down until we get to this specific area. Technically, we can use anything in this area, but I kind of like going to this section here. Once you're in this section, you want to go into Tactics and go to Config, go to Difficulty, change your encounter rate all the way to the max, because all we really want to do is get into fights here. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to run around in fights. Obviously, see, it doesn't take too long to get into a fight. What you're going to encounter here are enemies that are weak to holy, to light, and enemies that are weak to fire. So that's why we want those specific weapons. Now, our goal in this fight is to knock it off in one round. Because if we knock it off in one round, not only do we get a JP boost with the JP up ability from Freelancer, but we also get a JP boost for beating the fight in one round. So what you want to do is you essentially want to brave the crap out of your characters. It doesn't matter, because if you cannot beat them in one round with brave, you're not going to get that bonus, and it's good to know you can't do it so that you can change up your style, the way you're doing it. If you can't do it with the weapons, you can brave and toss magic at them, like you can toss fire spells at them. Now this will take a little longer to do because you'll have to make a lot of in trips back and forth. But let's go ahead and brave and we don't care who we attack. So we're just going to brave 4 attacks with everybody. And we're going to let our characters figure out where they're going to go. And we'll just let those attacks pour out. And as you can see, our goal here is also to get through this without getting hit, because that gives us our JP bonus too. I don't remember if it's not getting hit or if it's one round. It's XP is one, JP is the other. Just go for both. And there we go. So we ended up with 231, which I think gives us a little more with that JP up boost. And all you're essentially going to do here is you're going to just run around this area and keep doing the same thing. So what I'd recommend doing is get yourself hook up Spotify or get yourself a CD player and crank on some music and just keep braving every turn, attacking every turn with all 4 attacks per character. Try not to get hit. Yeah, it's getting hit which makes you lose the JP bonus. So try not to let the monsters get an attack in. Now, obviously, there's going to be battles where the monsters get first attack, which is going to make it a little harder, but take what you can get. The other thing to keep in mind is there's classes that are going to be slower. So if you do like a Templar, you do like a Knight, you do like a Valkyrie, they are going to attack probably last or at least after one of the monsters. So you want to balance it out so that you know that the characters that are able to go first are going to get enough hits in to kill the monsters so the monsters don't get an attack. You can use things like you can use a Time Mage's increase in speed if you want to. You could use the singing ability to power up, but those are going to take a turn. So it's better to balance it out and think of classes you could use with, say, the Templar. Like you do a Templar on somebody, you could do a Monk on somebody, you could do a Ranger on somebody, you could do a Performer on somebody. That'll push those attacks quicker to where the Templar probably won't even have to come out to do any attacks so that you're maxing out your job points. So this is the best way I've found to do it. If you have another way, definitely leave a comment on a place you can do it. But for Chapter 5, this is a great place to go. And if you speed up the battles, like I was running them at, I think, double time, it's going to make leveling up a lot quicker. So I hope that helps out. Again, just to kind of go over everything, highly, highly recommended. Get the Freelancer to level 10 to get JP up first. Get the Knight to level 2 to get two-handed. You can do ninjas with dual wield if you want. I don't recommend it because dual wield is going to take 2 spaces for that ability if you're not having them set as a ninja. And personally, I like two-handed better. So get two-handed, it's level 2. Dual wield is a higher level. Just to jump in here and show you where we're looking at for dual wield. There's a ninja. Dual wield is going to be level 11. So you actually have to get the 3,500 level hit, and you have to get a 4,000 level hit. So I still stand by get the two-handed. Get the sword lore at level 9 on the Knight so that you can equip swords on everybody. You have the option of getting the spear lore if you want. If you want to use a Holy Lance and not have to get a whole bunch of flame tongues, then yes, buy flame tongues, buy 4 flame tongues. Set your encounter rate to 100% plus. Come into this area, get into battles, brave as much as you can on the very first attack, so you get 4 attacks per character, and then cash in your points. And that's the best way I've found to get the classes this early in the game. So if you have any comments, definitely leave some. Other than that, I really hope this helped you out.